Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's February already, and yes, it's that time of the year again when everybody gets super cheesy and big stores have the perfect gift for you to buy for your loved ones. Well, I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy or get them anything, but I do believe that we need to ease down with the buying of stuff in general from big companies for the good of the planet. So maybe you could get something nice from a small business or support a local shop, or you could surprise your partner with a handmade greeting card that shows how much love and effort you put into it. That's why in this video I'm going to show you a few ideas of simple watercolor paintings that you could make into greeting cards. You will need blank watercolor paper greeting cards like these ones, watercolor paints, 2 cups of water, paper tissue, 1 or 2 brushes and a fine line pen. If you don't have blank greeting cards, I'm going to show you how you can make your own with an A4 watercolor sheet. So I will be using these Arteza blank watercolor cards, and they are amazing because they are 100% cotton, 300 grams, so it's ideal watercolor paper, and they come already folded. And they come with envelopes, so they are perfect to make your own greeting cards and then send it to your loved ones. I will leave the link in the description down below for you to have a look if you're interested, but if not, I will show you how to make your own greeting cards from an A4 piece of watercolor paper that you just need to cut in half, so you will end up with 2 A5 pieces of paper. And now you just have to measure the half of the paper and mark with a pencil just the middle of it, here and here, and this is the back of the paper. And with a ruler, you just place it where your marks are and very carefully pressing hard, you can just fold your own greeting cards. Once the line is almost done, you can apply pressure to apply to the paper, and ta-da! You have your own greeting cards from an A5 piece of paper. Also, if you're painting in a greeting card, just remember to paint only on the right side of the paper, since this is going to be folded and the part on the left will be on the back. So I'm going to show you 4 different very simple paintings that you can make on your greeting cards, and I will use 2 of the ones that I made myself and 2 of the Arteza greeting cards. Okay, so we're going to start to paint 2 whales that are in love. So I have taken here a bit of blue and green to make a turquoise color. As you know, I really like turquoise color, so I will start with this one for the whales. And you don't have to do the initial drawing if you don't want to, because these are very simple and are supposed to be easy paintings. And you just want the whales in the middle of the page, and we'll start with the shape of the whales. We'll try to make with both of the whales like a heart-shaped image. So just make sure you are using plenty of water so the watercolor can flow and make those really nice marks on the paper. So this is the body of the whale. The fins. So to make it more interesting, I am adding a bit more watercolor to some areas of the painting. So once it dries, you have these different shades and textures in your painting. Since we are painting 4 different quick paintings, I will now go to the next one and leave this one to dry for the next layers, okay? Right, our next design will be 2 flamingos in love. So we are going to use a bit of pinkish color and plenty of water. And as well, we want the flamingos in the middle of the page, and these are very simple flamingos, so don't worry too much about the shape. I chose them because they are very simple to draw. We'll start with the body of the flamingos. Just like this, taking plenty of water so the colors can mix very nicely. And we'll go up to the neck of the flamingo, ending into a round head and a beak. Right. Also remember that you can drag, if you have a lot of paint in one area, you can drag it with a clean brush. So you make that area lighter, for example. There you go. Now let's go for the second flamingo. So if you need more contrast, you can always take more paint and add it to the wet painting. For this painting we need a bit of contrast at the top of the body where the feathers are, the colorful feathers, and we need also darker color around the beak and head. And you can also do the legs with very thin straight lines for this one, for example. And for this one we'll do one straight and one bent. Right, so while this dries until the next layers, we are going to continue with the next painting. The next painting will be 2 bees that are close to each other, and they kind of make the shape of a heart with their bodies. So we will take some yellow and we will do the bodies and the head. Well, the bees are very simple, so I'll just leave it there and we'll continue later with darker layer and with the pen that will do some lines, and we will finish the painting. Our last easy painting will be 2 moths, and we will take maybe oranges and blues. So let's see, like a dark blue. As you can see, these are all very easy shapes that you can try and learn how to do, or just it's very easy to just move the brush around and you'll get something similar. For this one, to make it more interesting, since it's a very easy shape, I am trying to add more contrasts to the edges by adding darker color. Also remember that you can play with drops of water that will make it more interesting and more fun. And you can also use the paper napkin to dry some areas and maybe also creating some textures to your painting. And that will be it for now. I just need for it to dry a little bit so we can continue with... Okay, so we'll continue with the second layer. This is already dry, so you can now add a little bit more contrast and details. We are not going to make of this like a very detailed painting, just like adding the eye and maybe some lines, and that will be it. So it will be a simple, quick painting. Continue with the flamingos. We will get the same color but a bit darker, so it will have a little bit more contrast. And we'll just paint a bit the feathers on the top. And now we're going to continue with our bees that we left just with these two yellow spots, and we will grab a dark brown . We'll do its black stripes. And I will use a fine line pen to do the wings of the bees. Very, very lightly. And this will be the bees. I left some white space in here so you can write like Happy Valentine's Day or Will you be my Valentine or something like that. And this one is ready. Let's continue with the moths. For this one we can add some splashes, and I will take this orange mixed with a bit of yellow, plenty of water. And now, careful not to mess up the back of the card, just some splashes like this. If you want bigger splashes, then just grab some more water. We're going to add some lines and details to the whales. So maybe just some outlines, maybe a bit of detail in the eyes. to add some splashes to this one too. When you're doing splashes, you want the brush to be very wet. Just careful not to the back of it. This one we are making bigger splashes. It. And in the places you don't want the splashes, you can quickly clean them up with a clean paper towel. I am adding just a bit of white on the eyes as they ended up being quite dark, so I need a bit more light in the eyes. And maybe we can add some lines around the belly or some white dots. I always love the white dots on whales. I think they look cute. Right, so I think our whales are ready. I've also left some space, maybe here or here, so you can write something to your loved one. Right, so for the flamingos, I will just add some lines and details with the fine line pen, and not everywhere, so we just need the eyes, a bit on the beak, and maybe some outlines just to make it more interesting. And of course, the feathers. And if you have a white gel pen, just use it to add a bit more details and lines if you want to. It's not necessary. And I think our easy flamingos are done. Right, the last one, I am adding some details to the moths, and that will be, you can get creative with the moths, just add some patterns or drawings, different drawings to them. And again, if you like, you can add a bit more details with the white gel. And just as a finishing touch, I will add a bit more splashes, but blue ones, so it matches the other moth. So I will do that right now, and it will be finished. The moths are also finished. I hope you enjoy painting these Valentine's greeting cards with me. If you are not into painting them yourself, I have a few designs on my Etsy shop that you might like, so feel free to check them in the link below. I appreciate so much your help in supporting small businesses like mine, and I wish you all the best for this new month. Thank you for watching my YouTube videos and for all your support, and see you next Friday with a new video. Bye!